So I have written all this in the Word document shared to you. You can directly read from this or read from that document, and we will make the connection according to the procedure told. First, what is the load characteristic of DC shunt generator? That is, we have to draw the internal characteristics and external characteristics under the different loading conditions. That is, we will vary the load and we will observe what are the internal characteristic and what is the external characteristic. Yesterday we have studied the characteristic of DC generator. आपकी क्लास में हो गया ही हुआ characteristics? नहीं हुआ है तो फिर हम थ्योरी देखते हैं. इन द शंट जनरेटर फील्ड वाइंडिंग जो है आपकी वो पैरेलल में कनेक्ट होती है आर्मेचर के. दिस इज आर्मेचर A टर्मिनल्स एंड द फील्ड वाइंडिंग इज कनेक्टेड इन पैरेलल विद दिस आर्मेचर. सो दैट जो टर्मिनल वोल्टेज होगा लोड के अक्रॉस दैट विल बी सेम अक्रॉस द शंट फील्ड वाइंडिंग. So current flowing through this shunt field winding can be determined as ISH is equal to this voltage, load voltage V divided by what is the resistance of this shunt field winding. We are knowing the shunt field resistance. We are knowing the load voltage, voltage across the load. If we connect here a voltmeter, so we can determine the value of shunt current, that is field current. So the terminal voltage of the generator is applied across it. The shunt field winding has large number of turns of fine wire, thin wire having high resistance. Large number of turns are there, so it will be having large resistance. Therefore, only part of armature current flows through it. So IS value will be very low. IA is sum of this load current and ISH. When we apply the KCL at this node, so we are getting that IA amount is equivalent to approximately as load current. Shunt current will be very less because RSH is very high. Only part of the armature current flows to the shunt field winding and the rest flows to the load. Figure shows the connections of shunt wound generator. Armature current IA splits up into two parts. Small fraction ISH is flowing through shunt field winding, while major part is going through the load. Clear till now? This is the shunt wound generator. Equivalent circuit. What is internal characteristic? The internal characteristic curve represents the relation between generated voltage EG in the armature and the load current IL. Here, EG is the induced EMF, that is 5PNZ by 68, and IL is the load current. So, y-axis will represent EG and x-axis will represent the IL, load current. So you will vary the load, so your load current will vary and accordingly your EMF induced will vary. That is internal characteristic. When the generator is loaded, then generated voltage is decreased. As you increase the load current, your drop across this load will increase and therefore this generated EMF will decrease. Due to armature reaction. So generated voltage will be lower than the EMF generated at no load. आर्मेचर रिएक्शन क्या होती है? डीमैग्नेटाइजेशन इफेक्ट जो होता है आर्मेचर रिएक्शन का, उसमें आपका आर्मेचर करंट जब फ्लो होता है तो आर्मेचर फ्लक्स डेवलप होता है. आर्मेचर फ्लक्स जो है that will demagnetize means reduce the main flux. So that effect is only when armature current is flowing. So armature current कब flow होगा? Whenever you are connecting the load. So whenever you increase the load, your armature reaction effect will be more and therefore your generated voltage will be reduced. The generated voltage will be lower than the EMF generated at no load condition. Hence, in the figure below, AD curve is showing the no load voltage curve and AB is the internal characteristic curve. Where is the characteristic? In the below, you are seeing x-axis is representing the load current, y-axis is representing the generated voltage. So the AD voltage is corresponding to no load condition, and no load is connected. But when you connect the load, then this characteristic is slightly drooping. It is not constant. So this voltage drop is due to the armature reaction drop. Okay, this is the internal characteristic. What is external characteristic? From this internal characteristic, when we subtract the ohmic drop due to the resistance IARA, then we get the external characteristic. And when you increase the load current at a particular point, this external characteristic will meet the x-axis. That is, voltage becomes zero. So, internal characteristic is the AD curve, then external or load characteristic, AC curve. AC curve is showing the external characteristic of shunt wound DC generator. It is showing the variation of terminal voltage with the load current. Terminal voltage is load voltage, VT. Ohmic drop due to armature resistance gives lesser terminal voltage than the generated voltage. Generated voltage is EG, उसमें आपका IARA drop होगा, EG minus IARA, so your terminal voltage is lower than EG. As your current increases, as your armature current increases, this drop value increases and therefore reduces. Now this IA is sum of two currents, that is load current and field current. So it can be represented as drop due to the load current and drop due to the shunt current. The terminal voltage can always be maintained constant because your shunt current is very less, so it is approximately EG minus IL into R. So your load current is increasing whenever you are increasing the load, so your drop is increasing. The terminal voltage can always be maintained constant by adjusting the load terminal. External characteristic of shunt generator, when the load resistance of shunt wound DC generator is decreased, जब आप load resistance को decrease कर रहे हो, then your load current is increased. Resistance loss होगा, load जो है resistive nature का है, resistive nature का है तो voltage और current जो है, load voltage and load current will be in phase. Then you are decreasing the value of resistance. When you are decreasing the resistance, your load current will increase, and load current can be increased to certain limit, that is up to point C. Up to this point only it can be increased. There is after a certain limit, first of all, but the load current can be increased to certain limit up to point C, that decrease of load resistance. Beyond this limit, it shows that there is a reversal in the characteristic. That is, even if you increase the load current, your voltage is decreasing drastically. That is, any decrease of load resistance will result in current reduction, and consequently, the external characteristic curve turns back as shown in dotted line. Then मेरी स्लाइड मूव नहीं हो रही.
Yes, ma'am.
अच्छा, सॉरी. ठीक है, तो मैं ये बता रही थी कि हमारा डीसी जो शंट जनरेटर होता है वो ऐसा होता है कि आर्मेचर के पैरेलल में हमारी फील्ड वाइंडिंग है. ठीक है, सो आर्मेचर में आपका आर्मेचर रेजिस्टेंस होता है आरए, दैट इज वेरी स्मॉल, और जो शंट फील्ड वाइंडिंग होती है इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ लार्ज नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स ऑफ थिन वायर, तो इट्स रेजिस्टेंस इज वेरी हाई. इसका रेजिस्टेंस वेरी हाई है, देयरफॉर इसमें से जो करंट फ्लो होगा दैट विल बी वेरी स्मॉल अमाउंट. This armature current is consisting of two components, load current IL and field current ISH. Clear? When you apply KCL at this node, you are getting IA as sum of IL and ISH. What is the voltage across this load is same as the voltage across the field winding. So you can determine the value of this current ISH as V divided by RSH, where RSH is the shunt field winding resistance. Clear? We have studied armature reaction effect. That is, whenever armature conductors are carrying current, then there will be flux due to that current phi A, which will demagnetize it and cross magnetize it. Demagnetize means it will reduce the main flux, and cross magnetize means it will distort the main flux. There are two effects of armature reaction we have studied. So here, due to the armature reaction, due to the increase in the current IA, your voltage V will be less than what is the generated EMF EG. Your EG will reduce because your main flux will reduce. What is the induced EMF equation? 5P and Z by 60A. So as your flux is reducing, your induced EMF is reducing. So in the shunt generator, field winding is connected in parallel with armature winding so that terminal voltage of generator is applied across it. Shunt field winding has large turns of thin wire and high resistance. Therefore, only part of armature current will flow through the field winding and rest will flow through the load. So load current is higher and approximately equal to armature current. Figure shows the connections. Armature current is split into two parts, that is ISH and IL. Then internal characteristic. What is internal characteristic? It is a curve which represents the relation between generated voltage EG and the load current IL. When the generator is loaded, then your load current IL will increase. Your armature current is increasing, so that is increasing phi A, and phi A will reduce the main flux phi M. So net flux will reduce. So generated voltage will reduce due to the armature reaction. The generated voltage will be lower than EMF generated at no load condition. When there is no load, then IA is 0, and therefore there will be no effect of phi A on the main flux. Clear? So the curve AD is showing the no load voltage curve and AB is the internal characteristic curve. Now in this curve, this AD, that is the constant line parallel to x-axis, it is the no load condition, and when you increase the load, your voltage is dropping due to the armature reaction drop. So this characteristic AB is indicating the internal characteristic. It is internal characteristic. Then when you subtract from this voltage EG the ohmic drop, IR drop, IARA, then you will get the external characteristic. This is the external characteristic. So your terminal voltage V is equal to voltage EG minus IARA. So you are getting this characteristic. Okay. So first one is no load characteristic, second one is internal characteristic, and third one is the external characteristic. So you can increase the load current up to a particular point only, because after that the curve is meeting the x-axis or voltage is suddenly collapsing to zero value. So there is a particular limit for increase of load current. Is this very clear?
Clear, ma'am.
Okay. So we see the external or load characteristic. AC curve is showing the external characteristic. It is showing the variation of terminal voltage with load current. The ohmic drop, the IR drop due to the armature resistance gives a lower value of terminal voltage as compared to generated voltage EG. That is why the curve lies below the internal characteristic curve. What is internal characteristic? It is EG versus IL, and from this EG we are subtracting the IARA drop. So V is EG minus IARA. and we are plotting this V versus the load current IA. This IA is composed of two currents, that is load current and field winding current ISH. So it can be written as IL plus ISH. This ISH is negligible as compared to IL, so it is EG minus IL into RA. So we can plot this IL and V. So as you can see, it is of negative sign, so there will be drop or negative slope. The terminal voltage is maintained constant by adjusting the load terminal. External characteristic is obtained when the load resistance is decreased. तो आप लोड जो है हमारा वो रेजिस्टिव नेचर का है. रेजिस्टिव नेचर के लोड में क्या खास बात होती है कि जो आपका करंट है, लोड करंट, that is in phase with the voltage. It is not lagging or leading. It is having unity power factor. Okay. For the unity power factor load, you are decreasing the value of resistance. At a time, जैसे आपने 5 बल्ब जला लिए, फिर 4 जला लिए, 3 जला लिए, तो बल्ब्स आप ऑन करते जा रहे हैं, तो accordingly you are decreasing the load from 5 to 1. Okay. So when you decrease the resistance, your load current is increased. But load current can be increased to certain limit only up to point C. That we can decrease the resistance up to a certain point only. Beyond this point, there is a reversal in the characteristic, and any further decrease of load resistance will result in current reduction and external curve turns back to meet the x-axis, ultimately giving terminal voltage as 0. So though there is some voltage due to residual magnetism, the voltage will be becoming 0. We know terminal voltage, when IL is increased, then terminal voltage is decreased. After a certain limit, due to heavy load current and increased IR drop, this terminal voltage is reduced drastically, and drastic reduction of terminal voltage across load results the drop in load current, although at that time load is high or load resistance is low. That is why load resistance of machine must be maintained properly. The point in which machine gives maximum current output is called breakdown point, that is point C in the picture. This is the maximum value of current you can increase. Load current you can increase up to this point only. After that there will be decrease in the current or your voltage will collapse. It may be seen from the external characteristic that any change in terminal voltage from no load to full load is small. Terminal voltage can be maintained almost constant by adjusting the field rheostat R automatically. These are the pre-test and post-test questions you can solve and mail it to me. We will go to the connections. So have you opened the IIT Roorkee site? There is procedure tab on the left, and you have to connect this according to the mentioned polarity, that is positive terminal of MCB to positive terminal of ammeter 1, then positive terminal of MCB to positive terminal of voltmeter 2, negative terminal of MCB to negative terminal of voltmeter 1, then negative terminal of MCB to ampere 2 of motor, ammeter 2, then A2 is connected to F2, LAF जो है आपकी ये स्टार्टर के टर्मिनल्स हैं. So L indicates the line that is connected to negative terminal of emitter 1. Then F means field that is connected to Z1. A means armature, so it is connected to A1. L2 is connected to A2 of generator. So armature terminals are A1 and A2 for generator. The A2 of generator is connected to F of generator because we have to make the shunt connection, that is shunt winding. field winding is connected in parallel with the armature. Then F2 of generator is going to negative terminal of voltmeter 2. The